First of all, let's just get this out of the way. Your website is important to your practice's success. And I mean really, really important. Online research is the most popular way to find out about small businesses, and that's especially true for small law firms and solo practices. Indeed, more than 76% of adults who seek to hire an attorney use online resources at some point in the process. Your website builds trust and credibility. Your website is the centerpiece of your online presence, with all those other channels like social media and whatnot driving prospective customers back to your website where the magic happens. Your website even saves you time. An effective website will give prospective clients all the information they need, so only qualified leads are paying a visit to your office. So yes, you need a great website. In this presentation, I'm going to go over how a solo elder law practice and a few other small law firms and solo practitioners got an effective and modern website that they can actually keep up to date, all for the low, low price of just 2 billable hours. So this is what their website looked like before. This is a solo law practice that specializes in elder law. From what we could see in their update history, this site hadn't been updated for 9 years. That's an eternity online. The design was out of date. It used old software, so the images didn't even load on most computers. And, of course, it didn't work on mobile phones. But really, when it came right down to it, it just didn't reflect his practice. It didn't present him as credible to prospective clients, and it didn't inspire confidence. Now, I'm sure this website was awesome when it was first built. In fact, it was probably state of the art. But over time, it had become outdated. Why? Well, because it was too cumbersome to make updates to it. Making changes meant logging into the complicated back-end administrative software that he didn't even know how to use. It meant deciphering code to figure out what words and images could be changed. Well, this is what his website looks like now. And let me show you how easy it is for him to update it. Are you ready for this? He visits his website and adds /edit after the URL. Then he logs in. And now, rather magically, most of the text and images can be changed as easily as you'd make changes in a Word doc. Just click, type, and presto, it's live on his website. He can make changes to images just like you'd update your Facebook profile photo. Boom, done. Now he can easily keep his website updated. Pop in, make the change, pop out. He never has to worry about software he has to learn or download, plugins that go out of date, hacking, hosting, or getting his website to work on all kinds of phones and tablets. We take care of all that technical stuff for him. His wife works in IT and just didn't have time to redo his website for him. This is what she had to say after we launched his new website. My husband gets a modern-looking website that tells his clients who he is, what he's about, and how to contact him. It accomplishes everything he needs. So that was an example of a law firm that already had a website before they met us. But the same result can be achieved even if you're creating your very first website. So what is it that makes a website effective for a law practice? Well, we're going to talk about that. And here's what else we'll cover today. What are the 7 essential elements of a law firm website? And how can you get a website that's modern, meaning it looks great and works on every device, and that you can actually keep updated, and all for less than you bill for 2 hours of client work? This is for you if you want a website that's easy to build, easy to own, affordable, and that just works. Maybe you started your practice because you wanted more autonomy, more control, the ability to set your own priorities. Maybe you left big law. Maybe you identified new opportunities you wanted to explore, or maybe you just decided it was time to hang your own shingle. you're brave. You're building your own brand and you're investing in yourself. You have some great consistent clients you really like and who really like you. Client satisfaction is important to you and referrals are gold. And you know that making your current clients happy is the key to getting more referrals. Look, this presentation is for lawyers who want to spend more time working with clients and less time on administrative tasks. Less time on the stuff that takes you away from billable activities, and definitely less time on your website. You know work-life balance leads to a happier and more productive law practice, but it remains an elusive goal. And you'll never get there if you're spending so much time on client acquisition and administrative stuff. Look, you're smart, real smart. You're smart enough to know there must be a better way. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can get a professional, polished, easy to update, and effective website for your law firm without breaking the bank. Just a quick background to get started here. My name is Dawn Verbrugge, and I'm the founder and CEO of Jottful. That's a picture of me on the left, and on the right, that's a snapshot of our office. I started my career as a graphic designer and was building my first websites all in code way back in 1996, which in internet time is basically the dark ages. I then made a sharp left turn and transitioned from designer to business person, moving up through marketing and getting an MBA from Columbia Business School along the way. But I've always had an entrepreneurial itch. And one day, while I was busy helping out my mother with her business, I decided the time had come to hang my own shingle. You see, my mother is a small business owner, but unlike me, she doesn't know the first thing about websites. So I just always took care of that for her. But then one day I realized how ridiculous this is. My mother's business was falling into this weird gap between bigger businesses who could afford to pay an agency a few grand to build a website for them, and tech startups who had people on staff that could just use software to build their own websites. Main Street style small businesses like my mother's had really been left behind. It didn't seem fair, and it didn't seem necessary. So that's why I started Jottful, to help these business owners better represent and market themselves online so they can compete in the modern marketplace. Turns out there are a lot of businesses like this, and at Jottful, we've been growing so we can help even more of them. In case you're interested in this sort of thing, we have a bunch of impressive investors, including the University of Michigan, where I studied graphic design many years ago. And we have some great partners such as Google. We're a certified Google partner. But, and here's the point, working with small business owners and law practices like yours, we began to see the same frustrations and challenges over and over again. And we saw firsthand how intimidating this can all be. But we also discovered that there's a better way. It is possible to own a website that's easy to build and dead simple to update, and that gets the job done without breaking the bank. So I'm here to share that formula with you today. First of all, your website must look polished. For many prospective clients, your firm's website is the very first impression you make on them. So make that impression count. Because if you're not making a great first impression on your website, I promise you're losing cases to your competitors. And that first impression, well, it's mostly design related. In fact, 3/4 of website visitors admit to making judgments about a company's credibility based solely on the website's design. Next, your website should be purpose-built for your type of business, meaning that it should incorporate website best practices for law firms. So what do those best practices include? Well, here are the 7 essential elements of a law firm website. First, who you are and what distinguishes your firm. Going back to the example of the elder law firm we discussed earlier, you can see that on the website we built for them, we made this clear up front. A list and description of your practice areas. Easy to find contact information, including driving directions, so your clients can follow from their smartphones. attorney bios that highlight each attorney's education, recognition, successes, and bar admissions, awards, case successes, and case studies, including mentions in the news media, and finally, answers to frequently asked questions about working with you. Your website needs to be technically up to date. It needs to load fast because nobody has any patience. And it needs to be secure. If a visitor to your website gets the dreaded "connection is not private" warning, you bet they're turning right back around again. And here's the big one. It absolutely must work well on mobile. Why? Well, because the majority of visitors to your website are likely coming from a mobile device, such as a smartphone or a tablet. In fact, about half of all web pages are served to mobile devices now. There are really two methods for creating a mobile website. You could build and maintain a separate mobile website, or you could use something called responsive design, which automatically adjusts your site so it looks great on any screen. At Jottful, we believe responsive design is the best solution for small law firms for a whole bunch of reasons, including that it's just much easier to maintain, so it saves you time and money. Look, it's a big topic, so I don't want to get any deeper into it here, but don't just take our word for it. Responsive design is also Google's preference for mobile sites. Finally, your website must be kept up to date. For example, did you write your last blog post 2 years ago? Trust me, people notice. And they wonder, is this firm still in business? Are they legitimate? Maintenance is something too few law firms think about when they're getting their website built. And then, too late, they realize it would be difficult and costly for them to make changes or add new content. As you recall, this was a major pain point of the elder law firm we discussed at the beginning of this video. On your website, there are really two categories of things you need to maintain: content and technology. Content updates include text, images, and blog posts. And technical updates include platform upgrades, plugin updates, security certification renewals, and so on. All right, so now that you know what your website needs in order to be effective for your firm, you're ready to go out and build it, right? Well, okay, probably not. Why? Well, because making a website requires skills in marketing, design, and technology. And the truth is, most lawyers do not possess the mix of marketing, design, and technical skills required to build a professional website. And that should surprise no one, because you're busy learning and practicing law, serving your clients, running your business. So you need a little help. You wouldn't expect a client to serve as their own counsel. No one expects you to serve as your own website developer. All right, so how can you get a professional website built? Well, there are really 3 ways you could do it. You could hire a designer or agency. You could build it yourself using website builder software, or you could co-build it with Jottful. So what's best for you? Well, let's walk through each option quickly. All right, the first option is you could hire a designer or small agency to build it. You could probably ask other local business owners for a recommendation and make sure that you can hire someone who's good and has experience working on budget and on time. The biggest benefit with this option is that if you manage your agency well, you can get a very custom website that really matches what you have in mind for your brand. This option also opens up the greatest technical flexibility. So if you need something very technically challenging, this is probably where you'll end up. On the other hand, hiring a designer or agency can be expensive. Think $5,000 or maybe even $10,000 for a basic site that looks good and works well. If you need a lot of technical work done, expect it to cost much more than this. And this is something people rarely consider if they've never built a website before, you have to think about how you're going to update the website over time. Will the designer or agency be there to help you out? How much will they charge each hour for updates? Will they keep your technology maintained so your website doesn't become vulnerable to security hacks? Alternatively, you could try to build your own website. using website builder software offered by a company like Wix or Squarespace. If you have some graphic design and marketing skills, using this software is a pretty simple and affordable way to build your own website. If you don't have these skills, however, you might be able to make something using this software, but there's a good chance it won't look great or perform very well for you. It would be like if I tried to write my own contracts. There's a reason I don't do that. So the third option is really a blend, where you provide your own content and then get an expert to actually build the website. It's a kind of do-it-together solution that allows you to ensure you get a higher performing website than you could build yourself, but at a lower cost than you'd pay an agency or designer. This is what Jottful does. With Jottful, you provide the text and images you want to use, and we assemble it all into an effective website. We then provide ongoing customer support and handle the technical maintenance of that website for you over time. Jottful is really the solution for small law firms and solo practitioners who want something easy and affordable, who want a website that just works. It's for lawyers who want to spend more time working with clients and less time on non-billable administrative stuff. If you want a highly customized website, or you have a keen interest in participating in the design of your website, then Jottful is not the right fit for you. But if you want a website that's effective, affordable, and hassle-free, then I think you'll find Jottful will make your life a whole lot easier. One of our customers, Ryan Sullivan, had already tried out both the do-it-yourself software and agency options before deciding to go with Jottful. And here's what he told us about that process. We originally made our website ourselves on Squarespace, and it did the job. But Jottful brought a level of professionalism that we weren't able to do on our own. Truthfully, for startup businesses, the cost of having a professional website done by an agency is crazy. It's $7,000 to $10,000. So this was an affordable option. Another one of our customers, Michelle, from the management consulting firm Cantilever, said this. We had a webpage with Wix with the idea it was good enough for what we needed. We are not web people. We wanted something low cost, but then we started to grow and needed to look more professional. Jottful has good pricing and look more professional. But if there's one customer quote that I think most efficiently sums up what it means to have a Jottful website, it's from Andrea, who owns a wealth management business in Michigan. She simply says, peace of mind. So to recap, with Jottful, you'll be able to look professional online, keep your website updated, and all in the most time-efficient and cost-effective way imaginable. So, how exactly does it work? Well, you provide the text and images you want to use. If you don't have images, we can help you find some stock photography you might use, and we have access to some great free stock photography libraries. We then take your content and assemble it into an effective website. We design and build it. We provide the website hosting. We co-maintain it with you, so you make basic text and image edits yourself, and then send us an email when you want something bigger done, like adding a new page to your site. We keep it secure, and we handle all the technical upgrades and updates. We even have real, live, and friendly humans to support you. Here's everything you get with Jottful. A one-of-a-kind website with our magical click-to-make-changes editor, so you can make simple changes to your website yourself without having to learn how to use any new software. We bake law firm marketing best practices right into your website and give you an attractive, polished design so you look professional. Your website will include lawyer biography pages and practice area pages. Speedy load times, so your visitors won't be forced to wait for your website to appear. Free website hosting, and help getting your website to go live. Your website will be built using mobile responsive design, so it will look and work great on every device, including smartphones and tablets. And it will be SEO ready, meaning it's built in such a way that search engines can understand your content. We'll include a free SSL certificate so your website will be secure. And we'll take care of the ongoing updates and backups, so you won't have to worry about any of that technical maintenance. We can integrate with your other software. We integrate with many of the law practice management software programs. Just let us know what you use and we'll confirm that we can work with yours too. We also integrate with email marketing platforms, appointment booking software, tracking software, your social media accounts, Google Calendar, and others, just to name a few. And yes, it's true, we provide website updates and changes at no additional cost. And you can access a real live human being if you ever need help. That's free ongoing support provided by real helpful people. So all this can be yours starting at just $59 a month. That's all-in-one pricing, a predictable fixed cost, and absolutely no surprises. And we also offer a free trial so you can see if Jottful is right for you. What we'll do is we'll make a free homepage design for your firm. If you love it, you can sign up and we'll build out the rest of the website. But if you're not absolutely delighted, that's fine too. We just won't move forward. I promise we won't be hurt. What's more, if you choose to get a Jottful website, you can cancel at any time. There's no contract and no cancellation fee. Really, with a free homepage design and the ability to cancel at any time without penalty, there's simply no risk. Again, that's a one-of-a-kind website that includes our magical editing software, with law firm marketing best practices baked right in, an attractive, polished, modern design that includes lawyer biography pages and practice area pages. Reliable website hosting. Your website will work on all mobile devices and it will be SEO ready and secure. With speedy page load times, all the technical upgrades and backups, and the integrations you need. Plus, of course, website updates and changes at no additional cost. And the ability to contact a real live person when you need help. Now, there's a limit to the number of websites our team can build in a month. So the sooner you request your free homepage design, the faster we'll be able to get you in our production queue. You probably have some questions, so I'd like to try and answer some of them in advance. How is Jottful different from a designer or design agency? Well, a designer or agency will be able to design you a fully customized website, be more expensive, take longer to deliver your website, probably not handle ongoing maintenance of your website, and charge you any time you need to make changes to your website after it's been launched. How is Jottful different from do-it-yourself website builder software? Well, with Jottful, you don't have to build your own website. We do it for you. You don't need to learn how to use any new software, and you don't need to know anything about web design or marketing. Don't worry, we'll make sure your website design looks polished and incorporates all the marketing and technical best practices. What do I need to do to get started? Well, simply ask us to make a free homepage design for you. You can request this right on our website or by sending an email to hello@jottful.com. How long will it take to build my website? If you already have a website, or if you have your website's text and images pretty much ready to go, we'll probably have your new website live in less than a week. Yes, seriously, it's that fast. If you're getting a website for the first time and have very little written content, however, it will almost certainly take longer. Exactly how long will really depend on how quickly you can write the text or get somebody else to write it for you. How much customization is possible? Your website will be built for your business with your text, your images, your brand colors, and your logo. We'll arrange everything in a way that makes it easy for your website visitors to find out what they need. We'll also work with you to select an overall visual look and feel that matches your brand's personality. How much design input can I have? We'll work with you to identify a visual look and feel or style that matches your brand's personality. That style would determine such things as what fonts are used and what size the text will be. If you want to choose your own fonts or you consider yourself to be very picky about design, we're probably not the right solution for you. In fact, we'd recommend that you contact an agency. How will I get my website launched? When your website is ready to launch, we'll get on a call with you to walk you through the process. It's super easy. And if we purchased your domain for you, or you transferred your domain to us, we'll just go ahead and do the launch ourselves once you give us the thumbs up, and then you'll be live. How would I update the content on my website? For most changes, such as changing text or adding images, you can simply log into the editor and make those changes yourself. But when it comes to bigger changes, like adding a new page to your website, you can just send us an email and we'll take care of those updates for you. Do I have to be technical to use Jottful? Nope, not at all. In fact, very few of our customers would consider themselves to be technical. How much does Jottful cost? There's a one-time setup fee that we'll be able to determine once we learn a little bit more about your needs. Then, it's just a monthly fee to cover customer support, assistance making updates to your website, technical maintenance, security, and hosting. That monthly fee starts at $59. Can I try it for free? Absolutely. We'll create a homepage design for your firm for free so you can see if you like it. Are there any long-term contracts? Nope. You can cancel at any time. What happens if I want to cancel? Look, there's no cancellation fee or anything. We just give you back your text and images and you're all set. What are the next steps? Well, request a free homepage design. From here, we'll get on a 30-minute call to show it to you. If you love the design, you can go ahead and sign up with Jottful. We'll then build out the rest of your site and launch it for you. And that's it. I hope you found this video helpful, and I wish you much success.